Welcome, welcome, welcome.
A very warm welcome to all of our friends tuning in to Anna's English channel. I'm your host, Anna, and today we are casting our minds forward to the horizon. We aren't just looking at what will happen tomorrow, we are looking at the long, beautiful roads we are walking right now and where they will lead us. We're calling this episode the Milestone Marathon.
Hello, Anna, and hello to our wonderful community. I'm Leo. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the now that we forget how much power there is in our daily consistency. Today, we are celebrating the strength it takes to keep going, even when nobody is watching. It's about that incredible feeling of looking at a future date and realizing just how much life we will have been living by then.
Exactly, Leo. And that is why we are mastering the future perfect continuous tense today. In English, when we want to look at a point in the future and say how long an action has been continuing up to that point, we use will have been plus the ing form. For example, by next month, Leo will have been jogging for a whole year.
It's the tense of commitment. It tells the listener that the story didn't just start. It has a deep, rich history of effort. So, as we share our visions of the future today, notice how this structure helps us bridge our present efforts with our future rewards.
Let's start our timeline with a topic that is close to everyone's heart, the journey of fluency. Leo, think about our listeners. Many of them started this podcast series with us months ago. If they keep listening every day, what will their life look like by next year?
By the time we reach the end of next December, our dedicated listeners will have been practicing their English with us for over 300 days. They will have been immersing themselves in these conversations, and they will have been building their confidence word by word, episode by episode.
It's a massive achievement. They will have been training their ears to catch the rhythm of the language. Will they have been feeling a difference in their speaking by then?
Oh, absolutely. Because they will have been using these tenses in their own minds. They will have been becoming more natural speakers without even realizing it. They will have been filling their language bucket drop by drop. It's like a marathon. By the time they cross that 1-year mark, they will have been running toward fluency with incredible heart.
I love that. We aren't just learning, we will have been growing. And speaking of marathons and growth, Leo, I know you have a very specific physical goal you will have been chasing by next spring.
You caught me, Anna. Yes, by next May, I will have been training for my first full marathon for exactly 12 months. I will have been waking up at 5:30 a.m. every morning to hit the pavement. I will have been pushing my limits through the winter snow and the spring rain.
12 months of early mornings. That is true discipline. Will you have been feeling any different physically by the time the race arrives?
I think so. By that day, my body will have been adapting to the stress for a year. My heart will have been getting stronger, and my mind will have been learning how to handle the wall that runners often hit. I will have been visualizing that finish line for 365 days. The race itself is only a few hours, but the victory is in the year I will have been spending to get there.
It's the hidden work again. You will have been building that endurance in the dark long before the crowds cheer for you. I feel a similar sense of long-term effort when I think about my home. By the time I move next year, I will have been living in my current neighborhood for a whole decade.
A decade? That's a significant part of your life, Anna. How will you have been feeling about leaving those streets behind?
It's a strange feeling. By the time I hand over the keys, I will have been walking past the same bakery every morning for 10 years. I will have been watching the children on my street grow up. I will have been becoming a part of the local history without even trying.
10 years of memories. You will have been seeing the seasons change 10 times in that same garden. Will you have been gardening there the whole time?
Almost. By next summer, I will have been tending to my rose bushes for 8 years. I will have been pruning them and watering them through every heat wave. I will have been learning exactly how much sunlight each flower needs. When I finally leave, those plants will have been thriving because of the care I will have been giving them for nearly a decade.
You will have been leaving a piece of your heart there.
It's like our careers. We plant seeds and wait for them to grow. By the time you reach your next work anniversary, you will have been teaching for a very long time.
That's true. By next September, I will have been teaching English in various forms for 15 years. I will have been developing my own methods, and I will have been searching for the best ways to help my students find their voices.
15 years? Think about the thousands of students you will have been helping by then. You will have been witnessing so many aha moments. Will you have been feeling tired of it, or will you have been finding new inspiration?
Honestly, Leo, I think I will have been finding even more inspiration, because by that time, I will have been seeing the long-term results of my work. I will have been receiving messages from students who will have been using their English to change their lives for a decade. That feedback will have been keeping my passion alive.
It's a beautiful cycle. I feel the same about my design work. By the time I finish my current project, I will have been collaborating with this specific team for 18 months. We will have been brainstorming, arguing, and creating together for a long time. That shared history will have been making our final product so much stronger.
18 months on one project. Will you have been focusing on the same details the whole time?
In a way, yes. We will have been refining the same user experience over and over. We will have been testing different colors and layouts. We will have been trying to perfect the flow of the app. By the time we launch, we will have been living and breathing this design for over a year.
It's like playing an instrument. By the time a pianist performs a concerto, they will have been practicing those specific notes for months. My niece will have been learning the violin for 3 years by her next recital. She will have been struggling with the bow, and she will have been training her fingers to find the perfect pitch.
3 years of practice. She will have been hearing her own progress through the music. Will she have been feeling nervous, do you think?
Probably, but because she will have been preparing so thoroughly, her muscles will have been memorizing the movements. The music will have been becoming a part of her body. It's the same with any hobby. The joy is in the time you will have been spending in that quiet, creative space. And often that creative space is even better when we share it with friends.
That is so true. Friendship is the ultimate long-term project. By next year, Anna, you and I will have been hosting this podcast together for quite a while.
We will. By our next milestone, we will have been talking to each other through these microphones for 2 years. We will have been sharing our stories, our laughs, and our grammar tips. We will have been building a partnership based on trust and shared goals.
And think about our real-life friends. By the time I go to my best friend's wedding next summer, we will have been we will have been being friends for 20 years. We will have been supporting each other since we were children. We will have been witnessing every big change in each other's lives.
20 years? You will have been creating a shared language and a shared history. Will you have been planning a special speech for the wedding?
Oh, I will have been thinking about that speech for months before the big day. I will have been looking through old photos and remembering old jokes. By the time I stand up to speak, I will have been feeling so much pride for the man he has been becoming. Our friendship will have been proving that time only makes true connections stronger.
It's wonderful to have those strong connections. But to support our dreams and our families, we also need to be practical. I have been thinking about financial goals lately.
That's a very adult topic, Anna, but you're right. By the time I finally buy my own apartment, I will have been saving a portion of my income for 7 years. I will have been making small sacrifices every single month.
7 years of saving? Will you have been feeling like you missed out on things, or will you have been feeling empowered?
I think I will have been feeling empowered, because I will have been choosing my future over my right now. I will have been watching my savings grow bit by bit. I will have been learning the value of patience. By that day, I will not have been just buying a house. I will have been earning my freedom.
I love that, earning your freedom. I feel the same about my retirement fund. By the time I stop working, I will have been investing in my future for 40 years. I will have been preparing for a quiet life by the sea. Every dollar will have been working for me while I was working for others. It's the ultimate long-term resilience.
Resilience. That is the word of the day. Whether it's money or a marathon or a language, the future perfect continuous is the grammar of resilience.
Exactly. As we wrap up today, let's look at the big picture. By the time our children grow up, we will have been trying our best to make the world a better place. We will have been teaching, learning, and loving with everything we have.
We will have been showing up every day. We will have been refusing to give up. It has been a very inspiring conversation, Anna. I will have been thinking about these milestones for the rest of the week.
Me too, Leo. To our listeners, what is the marathon you are running right now? By this time next year, how long will you have been doing it? Be proud of that effort. You will have been becoming the best version of yourself one day at a time.
Thank you for being such wonderful companions on this journey. We will have been waiting to hear your stories in the comments. Your progress is never invisible to us.
Thank you, Leo. And thank you, everyone. You have been amazing. Until next time, keep dreaming of the future, keep working in the present, and keep speaking. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.